KZCC-LP Conroe, and worldwide on irlonestar.com.
Shall we begin? Let's begin now.
Hello and welcome to the Ticket Stub. We broadcast live every Thursday at high noon on 104.5 and 106.1 FM from beautiful downtown Conroe, Texas. We're also live on Facebook and YouTube, so check us out there. And don't forget to follow us on Twitter at @the__ ticket stub. I can't even talk. @the_ ticket stub. Shoot us a message. We may shout it out in the air. The Ticket Stub's also sponsored by Movie Tavern. Movies never tasted so good. But Movie Tavern doesn't have to be our only sponsor. We do have sponsorships available. It's a great way to get your word out if you have a local business. But we're also a national show available on any podcast platform. So it's cool. So you can visit irlonestar.com for rates and stats, or drop us a line at the message line, 936-647-3776. I'm Chris Appel. Connor is out today, and Dick is here with me. Dick, how are you today?
Doing well. Recovering from the movie I had to watch.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes, the one.
Good.
The one that I
Ravenous.
made you watch. Yes. It's one of my favorites. So we'll see how you liked it. We got a jam-packed show today. We got a little movie news to discuss. We're going to rewind the punishment movies. Like you said, Ravenous. I saw Green Lantern. We are going to have a fan interaction segment, which is really cool, and it's not too late to get involved. We'll answer any question you have live on the air today. So just go to our Facebook Live right now, or our Twitter @the_ ticket stub to submit your question. We already got a few submissions, so I'm looking forward to those. And if there's anything you've ever wondered about the show or about one of us, just feel free to ask. We're trying to keep nothing off limits there. So I don't know, Dick. Should we censor it? Or no, just uncensored. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. We also have our grand ticket giveaway, and we are giving away Taste Fest tickets. No, we're not doing that. No, we are doing it. And here are the Taste Fest tickets. If you're on Facebook Live, you can see we're not joking. I have 2 tickets here that we're going to give away today. And finally, we will play a new game called Heads Up.
Buttercup.
There you go. That's nuts. Heads Up. It's a movie based on the popular app game Heads Up. I had a couple of girls at the Grand help me out with creating this game because I didn't have any ideas of what we should do today. But they helped me out. They wrote all the questions down and everything like that. So it's pretty neat. So we're going to jump right in here with movie news. How am I doing so far?
Yeah, B+.
It's okay.
A-.
Yeah, Connor always does this, and I always say it off air how good of a host he is, because this is actually really difficult, in my opinion. Well, to remember everything you're supposed to say, and I even had it written down. So, but it's a good start to the show.
There we go.
There you go. Anyway, RottenTomatoes.com. This is movie news. They're reporting that Jamie Foxx is in talks to bring another Spawn movie down the pipe.
I think it's already confirmed.
It's confirmed?
Yeah, because he tweeted a picture with him and Seth MacFarlane. What's his name? Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah. Seth MacFarlane?
Yeah, I thought that's the author in the...
No, it's not Seth MacFarlane. It's somebody MacFarlane, I think. Seth MacFarlane's the Family Guy.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
But that would be cool if he had something to do with it. But anyway, it's supposed to be a hard R reboot. So like
Todd McFarlane.
Todd McFarlane, yeah. So it's supposed to be like a Deadpool kind of deal. So I guess my question about this article
It's supposed to be a Deadpool kind of deal?
Well, it's hard R.
You mean the movie? You've never seen Spawn, the movie?
Yeah.
Before? I mean,
the first one.
The 1997 one?
Yeah. It was horrible.
It was great. What are you talking about?
Oh,
Michael J. White is like the coolest martial artist.
That's a bad movie.
Okay, but you know,
really
you know the premise of the whole thing. I mean, of course it's going to be R. I don't think they would ever.
Yeah, I know, but they wouldn't have done it, I guess, before Deadpool, you think? Well, I guess my question is, are they trying to kind of ride the coattails of Deadpool and of Black Panther, having another black superhero, or what are they doing?
If anything, I bet it's that McFarlane character because he has full control over it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it was just more of because I remember reading the first articles that he was trying to do like a crowdfunded, and he's going to put his own money into it. either either he got full rights to it now finally, that he can do whatever he wants. So
you think they're gonna have the clown in it?
Well, they have to.
They have to.
Yeah, like he's part of the storyline. The real question is, like, when I first read about it, the storyline was actually going to be from two cops' perspective, and Spawn was in the background.
Okay.
So they're trying to go for the low budget. We don't have to do the whole, because I mean, Spawn to me, if you see him, I mean, I'm trying to think. He's kind of he's a cartoon, so he looks cartoony. If that makes sense.
I mean, he doesn't have to though. Well, are you going off the first movie? Because that was really.
Well, I'm saying like his whole presence CGI. Is kind of different. Like he has moving chains that just magically float, and those kind of things. And it's a little different from having like Spider-Man who wears a spandex suit.
Yeah.
Because Spawn's literally a demon, and he doesn't have a mouth, and it's like Deadpool. That's just a spandex suit. There's not a lot of CGI with making Deadpool.
Well, here's another
come
question.
To life.
Here's another question: is Jamie Foxx too old to do a superhero? I mean,
no.
What is he?
Well, because
he's
like I said, he has
40s.
a mask the whole most.
Well,
of the time.
I know he has a mask, but he's like late 40s right now. Isn't he?
Yeah. Well, have you seen Tom Cruise?
Yeah, but he's not a superhero.
He almost actually is in real life.
Well, in real life, yeah, and we're gonna get to that on a different topic. But no, anyway, so are you on board with the Spawn movie? You think it's gonna be cool? Or
oh yeah, Spawn's always a cool. It's always been a cool comic because it kind of goes another direction than typical comics. I mean, it has the demon world, it has the morality issues, and then of course everyone likes an anti-hero, and he's almost an anti-hero. Well, I mean, I guess you could call him an anti-hero, but yeah, he goes to hell, makes a deal with the devil, and breaks the deal. You don't break deals with the devil, bro.
No, you don't. You don't. Or so I'm told. I mean, I don't know from personal experience.
No, I think Spawn's gonna be cool.
Cool.
Thank you.
Well, I didn't like the first one. I don't know what I think about this, but
well,
I mean, it certainly couldn't be as bad
that movie
as the
was
first
made
one.
in that awkward 10 decade where like CGI was just giving its like first.
That is true.
Like it was like second grade, third grade CGI. They didn't really know how to do it, and especially the end of the movie. You remember that when he was talking to the devil, and that looked like a video game straight up, and almost like Lawnmower-ish funny, but outside of that, it was not bad.
All right. So Spawn, we're thumbs up, I guess, on it.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. So Benedict Cumberbatch, he's best known for Sherlock and Doctor Strange. He intervened when he saw a cyclist attacked by 4 muggers in London. He dragged them off the cyclist and defended himself with the kind of skill only an actor who's played a superhero could display. This is an article from The Sun. I guess he was taking an Uber from his London home, and he was looking out the window and he saw a mugging in progress with 4 men attacking a Deliveroo cyclist. I guess that's kind of like, I don't know, DoorDash kind of guy. He leaped from the car and raced to the cyclist's help, yelling to the thugs to leave him alone. And he dragged the 4 muggers off from their victim with the help of the driver. When they attempted to fight, this is my favorite part. When they attempted to fight back, he defended himself and they fled. So, my question about this is, what is the deal with actors? Like, is the line getting blurred with now, let me say this. He should be commended for what he did because he helped out an ordinary citizen. Okay. And that's a good thing. But are they getting their lines blurred between movies and reality? I mean,
not at all.
He took on 4 guys, which he does in movies all the time. But it was very dangerous, I think, for him.
Well, I mean, I wish there was a video camera of the incident because I feel like the robbery was a hit and run. That was the plan. That's what those boys do. They use their numbers to intimidate, take their thing, and they were going to leave anyway. I think that they were caught by other people. I doubt Benedict was alone. I bet there's another person with him.
The Uber driver was with him.
So there was a crowd coming towards another crowd. And, of course, robbers are like, hey, let's just get out of here because this isn't worth it.
Well, this is a quote from the driver, and I'm going to read it in a British accent because this was,
of course, so you're a voice actor. We get it.
Yeah. He's like, I had a hold of one lad and Benedict the other. He seemed to know exactly what he was doing. He was very brave. He did most of it, to be honest. They tried to hit him, but he defended himself and pushed them away. He wasn't injured. Then I think they also recognized it was Benedict and they ran away. So basically, the defending himself part, like they tried to punch him and he was like, no, karate, Doctor Strange chop. Like I don't get it.
I don't think it was like that. I think you're talking about a scenario where someone's trying to rob. It's chaotic. They're trying to hit and run. They're trying to grab whatever, and like let's get out of here. There wasn't like a gun pulled or anything, but I mean he's 6 foot tall.
Yeah,
and he's probably well built because of all the movies he's been doing.
Right.
So he is an intimidating guy walking up to you. I mean, but to me, if you're asking if the lines are blurred, no, I think some people have a decision and he made a decision to help.
Yeah, but he's in a car though. They had to stop the car, get out.
Yeah.
And I mean, if he was like right there and it happened, I could see. But anyway, he's the hero. Everybody thinks he's the hero. And that's fine. It was just a question. So.
Hashtag me too.
Yeah, I think so. All right. So we're going to move on then, I guess.
Yeah, please. That was boring.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Okay. All right. So anyway, Johnny Knoxville, he's got a movie that came out last week called Action Point.
Yes.
And he continues to get injured like severely. Again, I guess this is I guess there's sort of a theme here. But anyway, so this is Entertainment Weekly. They revealed the scope of his injuries on set. So basically, this is the rundown. So in one scene, an air cannon turned water hose sprays a high-powered jet on him, and it resulted in several stitches. He also received a concussion, one of many on set, when a motorbike collided with him. He had part of his head scalped after a catapult launched him through a barn door. He broke his hand and damaged his knee after falling off a shed. There's one scene that he was doing a chin-up and the bar fell onto his face, not only resulting in another concussion, but 2 missing teeth. But this is my favorite one. He was doing a scene where he was testing a sled that didn't have any brakes, and he was thrown 6 feet in the air and traveled over 20 feet before landing on his face. He suffered another concussion, but when he was in the hospital, he went to blow his nose, and his left eyeball popped out of its socket. So he went to blow his nose, and his eyeball popped out of his head.
Unfortunately for him, all those instances ended up in one of the worst wide releases of like, I think it made like 3 million or something like that.
But is it time for him to stop? If I saw him on Kimmel, and you can tell he's just something's up with him now. Like, I guess it's so many head injuries
Well, I think really what happens with movies like this is the line of it as an average moviegoer gets so blurred with what's real action and what's CGI action.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember listening to an interview with one of the special effects folks for the newest Fast and the Furious, because I think after Fast and Furious 4, it's been the same crew every time.
Mm-hmm.
And that he made a comment about, in 5 and 6, the audience didn't like the movie as much because the action scenes seem so unrealistic, because you have a baseline, which is a vehicle, like a car. And we all drive cars. We all understand the basics of cars. So when you have a car driving through towers and stuff, that's not very believable. So what they did for the newest one, they try to apply all the CGI to make it look as practical as possible. So if they're going to take a car and they're going to have it follow a building, what does it really look like? And you can't drive on a building. That's superhero-ish. So they're trying to take the concepts and make them look realistic. Now for an action movie like a Johnny Knoxville movie, I think when you go see it, it's not spectacular anymore. Because in the first Jackass movies, I think what made those so successful is they gave you the layout.
Yeah,
they're like, here's the joke, or here's the stunt. We're gonna ride this cart down a road and gonna hit the curb. That's what we're gonna do, and that's what you got. Your anticipation went up. You're like, I wonder if this guy's gonna hurt himself. But unfortunately, for a movie, you don't know if it's real or not.
Yeah.
And is it worth it?
No, I don't think it's worth it.
No.
Especially since, there's something's wrong with him.
Like kind of like the Jackie Chan movies. That's what he was known for. Is every stunt you saw Jackie Chan, like he performed that.
Yeah.
Which is similar to Tom Cruise, but somewhat similar.
Tom Cruise has like one injury.
What I think he's not like Jackie Chan in a sense of every time in his older movies, it was him doing the jumping parkour stuff. But, in Johnny Knoxville, if I want to sit down and watch Johnny Knoxville get hit in the face, I'd rather see Jackass 4 instead of Action Point.
Right. And he's such a good actor when he's doing a movie that's not like this. So I don't know. I think you should stop.
Well, the movie,
I don't want.
the movie got 17% on Rotten Tomatoes,
right.
So clearly the script didn't work,
right? But yeah,
because I mean, you can't bash Johnny Knoxville for being a bad actor. I mean, he's just normal. He does, and that's what I liked about Jackass, mainly because of everyone's reaction was different. If you remember, like everyone kind of reacted differently. For example, if someone had a snake, I can distinctly remember one of them was like deathly afraid of snakes, but the other person was not. And it was funny to see they would placate those on their jokes on different people. And then, of course, there's those folks who didn't make as much money or fame, but they're still in the group and they do the craziest ones.
Yes. Yeah.
And, but I mean, I think Johnny Knoxville as a moviegoer, he should really focus on the acting part.
I think so too.
Not getting hurt.
I think it's time. I want him to stick around for a while.
Because when I saw this scripts, because you know what they're talking, you know what they're making fun of is that that amusement park that was really dangerous. This when I read it, I was like, oh, so this is going to be like direct to DVD kind of thing.
It did seem like it. Yeah, it did seem like it. Well, quickly before we go to break, the Halloween trailer, the new Halloween movie that comes out this year, the trailer drops tomorrow. And I am super excited about that.
Oh, yeah. Who's directing that? Danny McBride?
That Danny McBride wrote it, or he co-wrote it. It's David Gordon Green, who also co-wrote it. It's going to be directed by him. But Jamie Lee Curtis is in it. I've seen some stills from the trailer. It looks really cool. The guy that played Michael Myers in the original movie is back to do it again. So I think that's cool from the nostalgia standpoint. But I'm super excited about that. It comes out tomorrow. I know you don't like horror movies at all, but what are your thoughts on the trailer? Are you excited about it? Are you excited about the movie?
We'll always wonder about movies that are going to be remakes, if they're going to capture the same feeling.
Well, it's a direct sequel to the first one.
So what were the other ones? They're not direct sequels?
Well, they were, but
I don't know the whole lore of Halloween. I know there's like 7 of them.
Yeah, but the first 2 are really that good.
Okay. Well, is this kind of like when they did Superman Returns, and it was supposed to be a sequel to Superman?
It's similar, yeah.
2,
similar like that.
And like,
yeah.
Is it supposed to? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they're trying to. They don't have anything else to do. Well, you know what really is going to hurt these kind of movies is, I would say this year and last year have been really good for original scary movies.
That's true, yeah.
So you got these original premises coming out, which is almost like a rebirth of like a Halloween. Like, The Quiet Place, they're going to make another one of those. And I hear Hereditary. Is it Hereditary? Yeah. That just come out? Like, that's supposed to be phenomenal. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I think that's they're either they're going to do it, release it on Halloween, which I imagine they're going to be doing because of the free publicity you get with that. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I don't think it's gonna be anything special. They're not gonna revolutionize like what it did originally.
I'm excited. I don't know. Jamie Lee
because you're a huge fan.
I am.
Well, she was back for H2O.
She was. So and that was not good.
Yes, I'm saying like,
yeah.
Your expectations are gonna be up here.
We'll see if Danny McBride can write a movie that's good. I don't know. We'll see. I think he's a big fan, so we'll see how he does. But we're gonna run to break. Okay. Excited about the Halloween trailer tomorrow. So. When we come back, we are going to be rewinding the movies we watched last week, the punishment movies. Yes. Ravenous. And we also have our fan interaction. It's not too late. Hit us up on this Facebook live feed or Twitter at @_ticket stub. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
Are you interested in learning more about preparing quick, healthy, and safe meals for your family? Would you like to spend time with others learning tips and tricks, along with practicing and tasting nutritious food? If so, the On the Road to Healthy Living Mobile Cooking School is for you. Call Amy Ressler at Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service at 936-539-7825 to find a class near you or volunteer to host a class.
Listen in Mondays at noon to hear Conroe news from local nonprofits, businesses, upcoming events, Conroe Park events, news stories, and information that matters to you with your host, Margie Taylor of Taylorized PR. For more information about being a guest, visit irlonestar.com/Conroe Culture.
The Ticket Stub is brought to you in part by Movie Tavern, with 2 locations serving the greater Houston area. 18359 Tomball Parkway, just north of Willowbrook Mall, and 9630 FM 1960 Bypass West, across from Deerbrook Mall. The Ticket Stub is sponsored by Movie Tavern. Movie Tavern. Movies never tasted so good.
Don't forget to download the Lone Star Community Radio app from your Google Play or Apple Store. Bring Montgomery County's community radio with you anywhere with your smartphone or tablet. If you are in the Conroe area, tune in on FM. That's Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1. If you are on the computer, bookmark irlonestar.com as your internet radio station. A Lone Star Community Radio. Broadcasting 24/7 from the heart of downtown Conroe, Texas.
This is not a drill.
Welcome back to the Ticket Stub. Before the break, we discussed movie news. The new Spawn movie, Benedict Cumberbatch's heroic crime-stopping abilities, whether or not Johnny Knoxville stopped doing his own stunts, and Blumhouse, I forgot to name the name of the studio, but Blumhouse is dropping their new Halloween trailer tomorrow. As a reminder, the Ticket Stub is sponsored by Movie Tavern. Movies never tasted so good. So, Dick, for the rewind, we both tied on a game.
Yep.
Which was nice because I didn't lose. I'm on a losing streak here. But, yeah. Thanks for the commentary there. So, anyway, so we had to rewind movies. So, I watched Green Lantern, but I'm going to let you go first with Ravenous here.
All right, so I had to watch a 1999 movie called Ravenous.
Yeah.
And it is, give you the synopsis or the whatever the plot. In a remote military outpost in the 19th century, Captain John Boyd and his regiment embark on a rescue mission, which takes a dark turn when they are ambushed by a sadistic cannibal. I would say that kind of closely resembles the plot, but this movie had a lot of things I was very surprised about.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since your taste in movies is completely different in my taste. First off, the thing that jumped out at me the most is probably what I thought it was the worst part was the music.
I love the music.
And I get it, but it's like what it reminded me of is the whole the whole production company made a bunch of movies in the 80s and they took off almost a decade. And then they're like, hey, let's make a movie again. And they didn't actually watch any movies in the 90s. Because the music felt like 80s music.
Well, it sounds
and it was so off-putting because you have these people chasing each other, trying to eat each other.
Yes.
And I'm like, this music just doesn't sound right.
It sounds like the soundtrack to the old like Oregon Trail video game. Like back in the 80s.
Ding, 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 ding,
yeah.
ding, 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 ding.
I don't know if that's what they're going for, but it worked for me. I love it.
It did build some suspicion, or not suspicion, some, I don't know where I'm trying to suspense. Thank you. And the acting, like here are the actors. Like get this: Guy Pearce, Robert Carlyle, David Arquette, Jeremy Davis, Jeffrey Jones, John Spencer. I mean, and Neil McDonough. Like those are some like heavy stage actors.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, those all have experience on the stage. So the acting was really good. And that's what I'm saying. Like as the movie kept going, I was like, oh, it's really cool. And the whole plot kept surprising me. Because you think it is, I was like waiting for it to say, "Oh, based off a true story," because I hate cannibal movies like that.
True story.
Because no, a lot of
I guess so,
if you think a lot about a lot of cannibal movies,
Yeah.
it's based off a true story. Because it's one of like the worst fears is you have to eat yourself or eat another human being. But what's cool about this movie is it brought in a mythical aspect to it, and that's when I kind of liked it a little bit more because that opens up more doors for different things at the outcome of the movie. And I will say I would recommend it people if you're into weird edgy movies that I guarantee no one saw this movie, which no one did. It made $3 million. They will enjoy it because it kind of has that feeling of like this is just going. Where's this going? What's happening in this movie? Because one of my favorite things that a lot of movies don't do is the way it's produced, the way the shots are set up. You don't expect when people die, and I like that about movies because some movies, I'm talking about like it has like a low angle camera just so you can see the killer behind them, and like it's it's gonna happen. Like this movie, no idea. Like people are just dying, and you're like, oh, whoa. And then so I really enjoyed that. I would say this movie was a big surprise, and I would totally recommend it for people who want to be surprised.
I had a difficult time eating steak after I saw this.
I mean, you know what? It wasn't that gruesome when it comes to the cannibal part.
But when they show the steak,
the
steak's all like bloody and stuff.
Yeah, but I mean,
some people like that. I'm not.
That didn't bother me.
So there you liked it.
I liked it. Yeah, it was. Again, it seemed like a movie that wasn't made in 1999, a year after The Matrix came out. Like that was weird to me because I was like, this movie feels like it was made in the 80s.
It does.
I mean, it has that feeling. So I encourage people to check that out. If they, you can rent it. I just rented it, and then I catched up on. There's some YouTube videos of it because some of the scenes are really good, and so it's. And what's weird, and it's one of those movies too that has so many mental games in it. You didn't really know if Guy Pearce was going crazy or if this was real, but then of course the outcome of the movie it tells you. I think they could have done it where it's like you don't know if it really happened or not, but they went for the whole like, oh, if you eat somebody, you become stronger kind of thing.
Yeah.
So.
But when I remember when I saw it in the theater, and it just came out of left field. I think it was one of those things where my friends and I were like, well, let's just go see it. You know, for no reason, not knowing what it was.
Well acted.
And then it just stuck with me since then.
Yeah. I'll check it out. It's weird.
Long time ago.
And Carlisle's really good.
He is very good. He's one of my favorite actors.
You know what's weird is the director of it is a female director named Antonia Bird, and she directed several of his movies.
Okay.
And they're unfortunately she passed away, but she made probably 3 to 6 movies with him in it.
Oh, okay.
So
cool.
Yeah.
Well, very good. Well, I saw Green Lantern.
Okay.
The 2011 version starring Ryan Reynolds, and this was a punishment to me. I feel like Dick got the better end of this stick here than I did. But so here's the plot. In a universe as vast as it is mysterious, a small but powerful force has existed for centuries. Protectors of peace and justice, they're called the Green Lantern Corps, a brotherhood of warriors sworn to keep intergalactic order. And this is really wordy. Okay. Anyway, it's Ryan Reynolds in a green suit. We know this. It got 26% on RottenTomatoes.com. It was directed by Martin Campbell, who I love. Martin Campbell. He directed GoldenEye. He directed was it Zorro, Mask of Zorro. He directed Casino Royale too, the Daniel Craig James Bond when they rebooted it there. So great director. Stars Ryan Reynolds, Blake Lively, Peter Sarsgaard, who I'm kind of like iffy on. It's like sometimes I like him, sometimes I don't. And Tim Robbins, who plays Peter Sarsgaard's dad, but the age difference there doesn't seem to be accurate at all. But anyway, so this is a couple of reviews, because I think my new thing is I'm going to do like rapid fire reviews of like actual film critics, because it's very funny to me. But anyway, so Dana Stevens of Slate said, even by the standards of the current run of mediocre comic book movies, this one stands out for its egregious shoddiness. Bam. R.L. Schaefer, IGN. There's a bit more character in the extended cut, but the film is still a mess of tones driven by a Star Wars-like narrative, but cut down by a sloppy Transformers feel. Okay. All right. Sarah Michelle Fetters at MovieFreak.com. The Green Lantern, directed by Martin Campbell and with a script credited to 4 different writers, isn't so much bad as it is very, very dull. And I have to agree with the last reviewer on that one. This was so boring. I'm not going to say that it's a bad movie because it's well made, but it is going to put you to sleep. And I remembered as I was watching this that I did try to watch this before, and I didn't realize it. And I did fall asleep the first time I tried to watch it. So there are like snippets of it that I remember. But anyway, I know a lot of people pick it apart because of like the CGI suit that he's in. And I liked that. Like, I thought it was cool. I mean, it didn't look bad to me. Did you think it looked bad?
Well, I mean, everything looked bad to me. It was just, it was too glowy.
It was.
I think you had to have some grounding things in a movie to ground your audience to understand what's going on in this movie. And that movie just it was too much, too slow. It especially gave you too much time to contemplate or to think about what's happening. You're like, nothing's happening.
Mm-hmm.
This looks stupid. Why am I watching this?
It is. There was a lot of nothing happening.
Because like that's what the Marvel movies do so well is they don't give you time to think about it. They just keep going. And like the worst on extreme mode is the Lego movies. Like if you watch a Lego movie, like everything is like boom, 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 and you have no time. And at the end of the movie, you're like, oh, it wasn't bad. So
So I guess is this where Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds met?
I think you're all about that. I don't know.
I don't know.
I think he defended her, like some bar guy was trying to beat her up.
So,
I mean,
yeah.
like, I don't really know.
He got those lines blurred and he saved her life. Yeah.
But no, I remember watching, because I was a fan of Green Lantern, but the thing is about the Green Lantern story is it's really hard for an average person to really grasp what's going on. Because especially when you take that and throw that into like the Superman universe and like this guy exists in Batman's universe. Right. So like the Green Lantern Corps to me was like, why haven't we been seeing this all over the universe? Because apparently they're all over the universe, but no one talks about it. But
my problem with is like the big guy, his name is Paradox, the big bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
So at some point,
you mean Pimplehead?
Well, no, it's like a giant cloud.
Well, I know it comes from
right. Yeah, he's part of Paradox.
You didn't like his. I know that's one thing. The funniest thing in this movie is they decided to do practical effects.
Yeah, he
on
looks
Skarsgård.
He's the Elephant Man. Basically.
Yeah, like he slowly starts turning into the thing. I'm like, man, this is the one thing they chose to do practical effects on. So it just looks so out of place because he like changes every scene and he's like,
right. But the whole, I know it's terrible, but the whole Green Lantern Corps takes on Paradox at one time. It's like 100 Green Lanterns and they can't take him down. But doggone it, Ryan Reynolds by himself can take that huge thing down. That was not realistic at all. I mean, if you're going for, well, it's not realistic, period. The movie isn't, but
well, I mean, it's just
because all those guys have way more experience than him.
Also, I think this movie was made during a time where no one had the big picture idea of like, oh, let's combine all these movies together and we can execute it efficiently for our audience.
Right.
Because it's kind of like Spider-Man, and then like, because those Spider-Mans did all right, the original ones of Tobey Maguire, but eventually you're going to get, gassed out and you need to involve something else. And it's like in the Green Lantern world, like unfortunately no one said, hey, we should involve Batman or Superman into this. So it's had the same people who created those movies together. So it looks somewhat similar.
Yeah.
But they didn't. So,
well, I'm going to go thumbs down, although it's not a bad movie.
Because it was a punishment, man.
Right. It was a punishment. It's not bad. It's boring though, but we're going to run to break here. When we come back, we're going to have our fan interaction. It is still not too late. You have like a minute and a half to get on.
Yeah, we just got one on. We just got one on Facebook Live.
We did. Okay, we'll check that out. So nothing is off limits. We'll also be playing a game called Heads Up. It's a movie. Stay with us on the Ticket Stub.
Golly.
The Ticket Stub is brought to you in part by Movie Tavern, with 2 locations serving the greater Houston area. 18359 Tomball Parkway, just north of Willowbrook Mall, and 9630 FM 1960 Bypass West, across from Deerbrook Mall. The Ticket Stub is sponsored by Movie Tavern. Movie Tavern. Movies never tasted so good.
What is homelessness? Have you seen parents struggle to find a job without having transportation or childcare? What about the children sleeping in cars with nothing to eat? Families shouldn't have to struggle to survive, and children should not be homeless. Family Promise of Montgomery County serves the needs of homeless families and their children. Learn about ways you can help and learn about partnership opportunities at www.familypromiseofmc.org or call our day center at 936-441-8778.
Remember to download the Lone Star Community Radio app from your Google Play Apple Store. Bring Montgomery County's community radio with you anywhere with your smartphone or tablet. If you are in the Conroe area, tune in on FM 104.5, 106.1. If you are on your computer, bookmark irlonestar.com as your internet radio station. Lone Star Community Radio, broadcasting 24/7 from the heart of downtown Conroe, Texas.
Welcome back to the Ticket Stub. Last segment, we rewound movies. we saw this week, one of which I highly recommend, Ravenous. We're sponsored by Movie Tavern. Movies never tasted so good. And it is time for fan interaction. We sent out tweets and Facebook posts asking for fans to ask us a question that we can answer live on the show today. And the response was overwhelming.
Yeah. So you want to go start going down it?
Yeah, we'll start going down. The first question that we had was from Chandler Harris. And he said, how are we celebrating Connor's 30th birthday coming up? And are we going to do a live show at Chuck E. Cheese?
Well, I know how he's celebrating it. It's by not being on the show.
When is his birthday?
It's probably today, and he didn't want to be on the show.
Well, Chandler, I don't know when his
That's
birthday
a hot take.
is. It is a hot take. I don't know when
Chuck
his
E. Cheese's would be horrible.
Yeah, it'd be pretty loud.
Those kids would just be all over the place. They don't care. They're like, what are these people doing? And they, like, they're throwing stuff.
Yeah.
Jing, 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 jing. So.
Yeah, it'd be pretty rough. So, Chandler, I don't know. I do not know what we're going to be doing for his birthday. All right, so second question. If you got to guest star in a movie with an actor and an actress, who would be the two actors and actresses that you would most want to work with? That's from Amanda Reynolds.
Say that again so I understand.
I'm sorry. I massacred that. If you got to guest star in a movie, which actor and actress would be your ideal leading stars? The two that we'd most want to be in a movie with.
Oh, that's a good question. Give me a second.
See, mine, it would be a James Bond movie if I could do it.
Yeah.
And I would be James Bond, and I would put Gal Gadot as the Bond girl. And then you know what? I just have another Bond.
Would you be James Bond?
I would be James Bond.
Oh,
yeah, if
man.
I had the choice. If I had the choice, this is if we could do whatever we wanted.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I would do. And my second co-star would be another Bond girl. I'm going to say.
Of course it would be.
It would be. Yeah, two of them.
You wouldn't be a robot, so you can be, into robots too?
What? Oh, robot?
Yeah.
Bond girl? Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Okay. Unnamed sex bot from China with the second one. I don't know.
That's a good question, though. I mean, like, if you
question.
think about what movies already exists and what I would enjoy, like, man, I think I would love to do a fantasy movie, kind of like Lord of the Rings, like big scale. So you're always traveling and doing all those cool things that involve a movie, and then you're swinging swords, you're looking cool, swinging by ropes, like a Star Wars movie or something like that. And then the actors and stuff, I wouldn't really care. I think it's whatever makes the most money at a box office, because I don't want to be a loser and make a movie that doesn't make any money.
That's true.
So who would be the top grossers of all time? I would have The Rock in it, of course, and then because he makes a lot of money.
Yeah.
And then I need like an attractive lady, right? That's what you're trying to tell me.
Well, for me, I would, but
whatever. Who, in your opinion, is the woman, the it woman right now? Gal Gadot.
That's who I picked. So
I mean, I guess she could be, because I know they're trying to force it down our throats. Is that woman who plays Khaleesi's from?
Oh yeah.
She's just not gonna do it, guys. No. Me Before You. That's her highlight. That's it. Yeah. If you want to see her acting ability, just put her in chick flicks. Because there's two other movies I saw her in. It was like it was Terminator, Genesis, and then this new what was it? The new Han Solo movie. Like, she's just not gonna be that person, guys.
Yeah, I think she's better on TV.
So,
all right, next question.
I guess Gal Gadot. I guess I would put her in.
Yeah, that's a good choice.
Oh, she'd have elf ears. Oof, that'd be great.
Okay,
that'd be great.
I could
there we go. Now we're getting to fetishes. This is gonna get weird.
I could deal with that.
No.
All right, so Brianna Ellis. She's a big fan of the show, so I hear. What are our thoughts on the new Spider-Man trailer that was just released? I think she means Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, the animated one.
Yes, I hope it does. That did just get released.
Yeah.
What surprised me about that was it going to be in theaters. I think it's either a one-day release or it's going to be an actual full motion picture release. But I thought when they announced it, because they released a test for the animation, like a test screening. Then not the whole movie, but like the way they're doing their animation. I thought it was going to be one of those direct to DVD kind of things, which it's cool when they're trying to explore different ideas, especially for animation. Because I'm kind of getting tired of like the Pixar stuff or the other stuff. And the movie itself, the plot's really interesting. So you have your phone on or something?
Oh, I'm sorry. The Facebook Live came up.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I was wondering.
But no, have you watched it, right?
Yeah, the trailer.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, it looks okay. I'm not a huge fan of the animation.
Really?
No.
So
it doesn't look that good to me. But we'll see. you know, it's you know, it's a solid 8 million at the box office.
Yeah. I don't even know. Do we even know it's going to be full release? Is this one of those Fandango things where it's like one day?
It might be. I don't know.
Fathom event.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I thought you figured you would know. You're the movie theater dude.
Well, it just came out. I don't know. That's a long way away.
Okay, I'm gonna look it up then. What's the next one?
Okay, the next one is Jocelyn Dow. She asks, Reese Witherspoon just got confirmed for Legally Blonde 3, and
because we all wanted that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not.
I'm looking. I'm trying to see if the Spider-Man movie is going to be released in theaters.
I mean, I saw Legally Blonde 2, but I didn't see the first one. So I'm not overly excited, but people like it. And then they had the musical come out, the Broadway musical, and I think that made it more successful. Like, I think maybe
I don't know.
But I don't know. Well, she's not doing anything else, right?
I don't know. I mean, I think that the movies make money. So why? I mean, it's just weird to me to have such a weird timeline void. It's like, how old is this woman going to be now? Because in the other one, she was young, like she was going to college.
I said like maybe she's running for president or something like that.
Yeah,
I mean maybe.
No, you're not. We have to introduce you, so we're doing a segment real quick.
I never thought of anything.
So, is there anything else?
Yes, Jayla McCoy said, "What are our thoughts on the new Hereditary movie?" We did talk about a little bit about that, but Jalen, I just want to let you know, one of my buddies got to see it in Austin this week, and I'm looking at his little reviews. He says he hasn't experienced this level of unease and lurking terror in a film since last year's It Comes at Night. So the trailer is terrible.
Yeah, he's a big movie / horror movie guy, and he gave it an A-, which is a big praise from my friend Charles. And Hereditary is such an unabashed cruelness that has such an unabashed cruelness that I think it will turn many viewers off. So be careful going into the movie, because I don't think they want you to feel good when you go see it, when you leave the theater.
You got to take a shower.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, and that's actually where the movie I did, Ravenous.
I was like, you did a movie?
Well, no, like with the movie, because it was about eating people, and like it was just gross. Yeah. So there we go. That was our questions.
Yeah, that was awesome. Thanks, guys. We can answer those anytime. So, anytime you're watching the show, you can shoot those on over to us. We'll answer it. But now it's game time.
Okay.
So, and you know how successful our games are when you and I just do them. So let's hope that this is better.
All right. Do you want to take a break, or do you want to go?
No, we'll push through. We'll push through here. But this is
these are sealed.
Yes.
What kind of game is this?
Sealed envelope.
Can I open it?
In just a second. This is heads up. It's a movie. So each player will have 1 minute to guess as many cards as possible. Player 1 will hold a card up to their forehead without looking at it, and the other player will yell out clues to the first player, try to get you to guess it. So the most correct answers wins, and the game will consist of 4 1-minute rounds. But we'll see how it goes. So, but I got to time this too. So yes, you can open them, but don't look. And these were made by Jocelyn and Haley at the Grand, and I have not seen these at all. So try not to look at them.
So they're all faced up. If they're,
I don't know which way they're facing. Just squint your eyes and.
Well, hold on. They're bleeding through.
Right.
So I don't know which side. The marker, whatever marker you chose, bled through.
Well, don't look at them.
All right, is this right?
That is correct. Right. Yes, that is correct. Okay, let me ask on mine.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
This is correct?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna hold it above my head.
Okay. So, all right.
There we go. We're doing this right.
Yeah. So you're gonna go. You're gonna go first. You're gonna guess first, right? So this is how many you can get in a minute here.
All right. So they're movie titles.
They are movie titles.
Okay.
Yeah. So all right, here we go. So timer starts now. This is a famous movie with Marlon Brando. He kind of talks like
The Godfather.
Yes, correct. Speed is the key. Okay. This is a movie with Robin Williams and
Good Morning Vietnam.
No, close.
Jack.
No, it's
1 Hour Photo
and Matt Damon and Ben Affleck.
Oh, Good Will Hunting.
Yes. This is a movie with Jamie Foxx.
Spider-Man 2, The Amazing Spider-Man.
No, it's
Ray.
I'm just going to describe the words. The first one is when you break a blank, you go to jail.
Was it Summon Citizen?
You're close, yeah.
Shoot. It has I don't know. I can't.
There's a famous actor named Jude Blank.
Law-abiding citizen.
Yes. This is a movie where guys go to Vegas and they get really drunk and they can't remember
Vegas.
No, they can't remember the next day, and there's
The Hangover.
Yes, correct. And this is the time's up. All right. So how many did you get?
1, 2, 4.
You got 4. Okay. All right. Here we go. All right. So I'm gonna do mine now. So you can't see him.
I don't know
camera.
that movie. Okay.
Okay. Wait. Hold. Ready? And here we go. Go.
Jake Gyllenhaal's in this movie. He's surrounded in this plastic thing.
Boy in the Bubble.
Yeah. This is a classic movie with dancing monkeys with wings, and they
Wizard
dance.
of Oz.
Yes. This is a classic movie where a lady is on a door and refuses to let her betrothed or loved one onto the door while they're floating.
The Titanic.
Yes.
This
is a list of it's a remake of Taming of the Shrew. It has Heath Ledger in it. It's a chick flick or a young teen comedy.
10 Things I Hate About You.
Yeah. This has a guy who literally has scissors.
Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah. This movie has the dude in it.
Big Lebowski.
This movie is about blue aliens, and a person takes over one of the blue aliens' body, and he's crippled, and it's on a planet, and they're making like a bunch of sequels. The guy who did Titanic directed it.
Time's up.
It was Avatar. I'm not very good at that. You clearly beat me though.
On that one.
Because you practice. I think that's what the deal is.
All right, we'll go one more round here.
Okay.
We got time.
Am I holding it right?
You are holding it correct.
All right, I saw the first one. Sorry, no, it's Twilight, right?
Okay.
Yeah,
right,
I saw that.
Burn that one. All
Burn that
right.
one.
So
we'll get rid of it.
You ready? Here we go.
All right.
And go. This is a movie with a bunch of superheroes in it. There's a guy named Professor X.
Oh, X-Men.
Oh, okay, go ahead. Yeah, that's right. This is a movie starring Julia Roberts and Richard Gere.
A Pretty Woman.
Yes. This is Mel Gibson and Helen Hunt. And Helen Hunt.
What Women Want.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Okay. This is a movie. I don't know who's in it, but I'm going to just describe the word.
This is why I'm losing.
There's a phone when you
telephone booth.
When you do this to the phone.
Rotary phone.
Well, you're going to put the numbers in. You're going to put the
dial M for murder.
Yes. This is a movie. It's what we're in right now.
TV.
No, a
studio, Radio City Hall.
Tommy Wiseau.
The Room.
Yes. This is Alfred Hitchcock.
Psycho.
Things flying around.
Birds. The Birds.
Yes, correct. This is a Rob Zombie film.
House of a Thousand Corpses.
Yes, you got it. Yeah, right at the buzzer. Right at the buzzer. Right at the buzzer. Okay. Awesome. We'll count them up at the end. Yes.
Oh, I crushed it that time.
Yeah, you did. All right.
So even though you took like 10 seconds because of a movie you didn't even know.
Well, I'm sorry.
Now I know the strategy. That movie. All right.
I'm not trying to sandbag you.
I'm sure. You sandbagging something.
All right, ready?
Hey.
Here we go.
You already did this one. This is the one I've already said. Yeah.
I won't count that in my pile. All right. Here we go.
Start over.
Ready? Here we go. Ready?
All right. It is a body of water with a number. It's a heist movie. It's a
Ocean's 8.
Keep going.
Ocean's
Go down.
11.
Keep going.
Ocean's
Keep going.
12.
Keep going.
Ocean's 13.
All right, you got it.
Okay.
This is a sequel to 21 Days Later or 28 Days Later, the zombie movie. What's the sequel to it?
28 Weeks Later?
Yes. Another Carlisle movie. This movie is a British movie with the folks who did Shaun of the Dead, and it's about policemen.
Oh, Hot Fuzz.
Yes. This movie is about a pregnant teenager, and it has...
Juno.
Yes. This movie is about a serial killer. They made like 3 different versions of it. It has Jake Gyllenhaal in it and Mark Ruffalo. It's about a serial killer. It takes place like I think in the 70s and 80s.
Son of Sam.
No, keep going.
Oh, boy.
It's a symbol.
I'm out. I don't know.
Okay. That was Zodiac.
Zodiac. See, I would have never got that. Never.
I think I beat you.
Okay.
I think that was it.
I'm on
and I did really good about explaining that. Right, guys? If you're listening, let me know who did a better job at explaining the movies. By the way, these are like not evenly cut. So that's, I mean, next time your buddies who help you do this, there's a better way.
Okay. To be fair, I cut them, but
I mean, you did a
then they
horrible
wrote
job.
on them. I'm trying to count. You can't batch.
A good handwriting, though.
3, 5, 6, 7.
Oh shoot! Now, why are you counting out loud, man?
I'm sorry. I got my total.
I don't stop talking.
Well, wow. Dick is counting his up.
Maybe you should count mine because I feel like I'm going to cheat now.
We have to give away our Taste Fest tickets and our grand tickets for this week.
I got it.
What do you got?
I got 11.
Oh, I got 10.
You count mine. Just make sure because I feel like I cheated.
Okay,
on accident.
I'll count them off to you. Let's see. 1.
Hey, you know what's cool?
This is great radio counting.
Yeah, we can do it. We'll do the winner after the show.
We'll do it after.
Let's
All right,
give away some tickets.
Our Taste Fest tickets. This is the 8th annual Taste Fest presented by HEB. It is at the Lone Star Convention Center on Airport Road. It is tonight only from 5 to 8, and you have these tickets here that we're going to give away, and you got to come get them today. So, Dick, when can they come get them?
They can come get them between now and 5.
Now and 5. Okay, so the winner of the Taste Fest tickets right here is Brianna Donahoe.
Congratulations,
yes,
Brianna. Where'd you go? How'd she win? What'd she do?
She commented on our Facebook Live last week.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So that was the deal. And then for our grand ticket giveaway, there was a question that Connor asked. It was something along the lines of, what was Sandra Bullock allergic to? On what movie was it? I don't remember what movie he said.
The Blind Side?
Yeah. No. But anyway, there's a movie with Sandra Bullock.
The Net?
Something where she was allergic.
Who won the stupid ticket?
It was Wes Smith found out that she was allergic to horses. So again, Wes is taking it home with the grand tickets. Pretty much wins every time. So hey, but all you guys, obviously who don't work at the Grand, who commented on the Facebook Live, you can get in on those tickets every week, trying to win them.
Try to win
things of that nature.
That was a good show today.
It was the show. Look at this, man. It's a mess over here. If you see it on Facebook Live, I got papers everywhere.
Well, don't mix up mine, man. I counted 11.
Yeah, you're over here. I got yours.
So I just want to let folks know for our movie group review for the last Thursday of the month is going to be Ocean's 8, which came out last weekend, I think.
It comes out tonight.
Oh, it comes out tonight?
Yeah,
okay, comes out tonight. We're going to go see it and give it horrible reviews, of course. The movie I'm going to watch for next week, it just released on Netflix, Thor Ragnarok. I know Connor reviewed it when it was in theaters, but it's on Netflix right now. I think it came out on Tuesday.
Okay.
So Thor Ragnarok is on Netflix. I'm going to check it out because that's just an easy movie for me to watch. I will let people know I've been watching Westworld on HBO.
Oh, yeah.
That show's really fun. I like it. I dig it. People should check it out if you have a chance to.
Cool.
A lot better than that stupid Game of Thrones show. So
I still don't know what I'm watching. I got to redeem myself.
Yeah.
Because the past 2 weeks I've just been watching terrible stuff.
Terrible. Man, Eat, Pray, Love.
Oh.
All right. You want to close it out?
Sure.
Who sponsored the show?
Yes. This has been the Ticket Stub. It is sponsored by Movie Tavern. Movies never tasted so good. We've got locations all over the country. So go to movietavern.com and check those out. It's a great establishment for Dick.
Yeah.
And for the missing Connor. I'm Chris. We'll see you next
Thursday.
We'll see you next Thursday at 12.
And I do want to remind folks, we do give away 2 tickets to Movie Tavern every week.
Yes, we do.
And we podcast the show. And it's on iTunes and Google Play.
I didn't write any of this down.
So I'm just, just going through it. So I encourage everyone to check that out. We have a Facebook, Twitter, blah, blah, blah. And we usually give away